Hello guys, welcome to my video. In this day, I will teach how do you make a pool objects in Unity. First step, please open Unity Hub. 2 step, please create a new project in Unity. 3 step, please create a new class with the name bullet and define the next variables. Public transfer bullet. Public flow collision radius equals 0.4f. Public bull collide equals false. Public layer max what to collide with. Public flow bullet force equals 750.0f. 4 step. Create a new void fits update. 5 step. Write the next code lines in fits update. Collided equals physics 2D point overlap circle bullet point position collision radius what to collide with. If get component less than renderer greater than point is visible, destroy game object. 6 step. In void start, write the next code line. Start coroutine. 7 step. In function void update, write the next code line. Get component less than rigid body 2D greater than point at force transfer point right by bullet force. 8 step. Create a new coroutine, i.e. numerator coroutine. 9 step. In this coroutine, if your weapon has animation, you can define your parameters. In my case, it's a bool parameter. 10 step. Save. Please write the function void awake and write the next line. RB2D equals get component less than rigid body 2D greater than. 11 step. Save the script and create a new script with the name pool data. 12 step. Change mono behavior for scriptable object. On top for the script, write name space wg point platformer point foundations point object pooling and write the next line. Create asset menu, file name equals new pool data, menu name equals scriptable objects pool data, order equals 1. 13th step. Create the next variables. Serialist field private game object prefab. Serialist field private in number to spawn equals 5. Public game object prefab get return this point prefab. Public in number to spawn get return this point number to spawn. 14 step. Save the script and create a new script with the name object pool. 16 step. Before the class, write name space w point platforming point foundations point object pooling. 17 step. Create a new variables. Public game object span w. Private list less than game object greater than available pool equals new list less than game object greater than. Serialist field private pool data pool data. 18 step. Please create a new void with the name public game object spawn object open parenthesis vector 3 position quaternion rotation. Game object equals request object. 19 step. Create a next conditional if object point transfer point position equals position, object point transfer point rotation equals rotation, object point set active true, return object. 20 step. Create a new void with the name private game object request object. Game object equals null. If available pool point count greater than 0, object equals available pool 0. Available pool point remove object return object. 21 step. Create a new void with the name public void return object game object object. 22 step. Why the next conditional if available pool point contains object equals false, object point transfer point position equals span w point transfer point position, object point transfer point rotation equals quaternion point identity, object point sec active false, available pool point add object. 23 step. In void update, create a next conditional if input point get key down, key code point c, within of the conditional create previously y. If pull data point prefab, debug point log error missing pull data or pull prefab return. 24 step. Now outside of the conditional if, write the next conditional for in I equals 0, I less than pull data point number to spawn plus I. Gain object equals instant j pull data point prefab span w point transfer point position span w point transfer point rotation object point sec active true. 25 step. Save the script object pool and create new script with the name spawner. 26 step. Before the class name, y the next line name space wg point platformer point foundations point object pooling point demo, and define the next variables. Serialist field private object pool serialist field private flow spawn timer delay in seconds equals 1.0x, private flow spawn timer equals 0.0x, public game object span w, serialist field private flow removal timer delay in seconds equals 5.0x, private flow removal timer equals 0.0x, private list less than game object greater than objects in use equals new list less than game object greater than. 27 step. In void start, write the next code line spawn timer plus equals time.delta time. If spawn timer greater than equals spawn timer delay in seconds, spawn timer equals 0. Game object equals pool.spawn object span w point transfer point position span w point transfer point rotation. If objects in use.add object. For each game objects in use, object point transfer point position plus equals transfer point up by 10 by time point delta time. Removal timer plus equals time point delta time. If removal timer greater than equals removal timer delay in seconds, removal timer equals 0. If objects in use point count greater than 0, game object equals objects in use 0. Pull point return object objects in use point remove object. And ready. 28 step. Add reference in a script. Object pool in player and create empty object spawn. 29 step. Create a pull data in this point. Scriptable objects pull data. In this pull data, put the prefab shoot or any object number to spawn 1, an empty object. Add the next reference. Pool is player. Spawn timer delay in seconds 1. Span w this empty object. Removal timer delay in seconds 5. 30 step. Now check this